Hi everyone, just thought I'd make a video to reach out to everyone from the BOAA. Hope everyone is safe and staying healthy and listening to the rules, staying inside and social distancing. I know it's been a while since everyone's been to the BOAA and everybody's missing each other, so I thought I would give you something to remind you of the BOAA. So we're going to make the famous tea biscuits. So we'll just jump in. First of all, I'm going to wash my hands. There we are. So at this point, it might be a good idea to get a pen and a piece of paper so that you can write the ingredients down. We are going to start with 6 cups of flour, which are in here. To that, we are adding 15 teaspoons of baking powder. There we are. 1 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to sift it into a bowl. Just to mix all the ingredients together and get some air in the flour. There we go. Yeah, and that should make sure your baking powder and your salt are all evenly mixed. To that, I'm going to add a cup of sugar, and we are going to grate into that 1.5 cups of butter. And that beeping noise is the oven that I preset to 375. But I may have forgotten to tell you that bit at the beginning. So first thing you need to do is preset your oven to 375. Grating the butter makes it a bit easier to mix in, and the cold butter makes the tea biscuits a bit airier rather than using warm room temperature butter. Okay, so just to recap, we've got 6 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 15 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, and we have 1.5 cups of grated butter. There we go. And now I'm going to gently mix this together in my fingertips to give us a breadcrumb type consistency. Just like so. Just squeeze, gently massaging the butter through your fingertips to incorporate the flour mixture. Just takes a couple of minutes, but you don't want to overdo it, because if you over mix it then you'll end up with not very light and airy tea biscuits. So as you can see, it's now resembling breadcrumbs or coarse breadcrumbs. Simple as that. Okay, and once you're happy with the consistency of that, which I am, so now we're happy with that, we're gonna add the wet ingredients. So I have 2 eggs. I'm gonna put into a large measuring cup, like so. And to that I'm going to add enough milk to bring me up to 2 cups. just like that. Whisk it together. So blend it together. And I'm just going to grab a wooden spoon. Oh, I've got one there. And I'm just going to pour the wet ingredients into my flour mixture. And with the wooden spoon, gently incorporate it in. Once the ingredients are almost all incorporated in, you can then use your hands to make sure you've got everything mixed. The key is not to over mix it. Again, the less you mix it, the lighter your tea biscuits will be. Okay, and once it's incorporated, we can turn it out onto a floured surface. Like so. And at this point you've got two options. You can either use a rolling pin, or you can just flatten it out with your hand like that. You want them to be about ½ an inch thick. Thus. Okay, so after we've mixed our ingredients, just to recap, we've put it on a floured surface and we've flattened it with our hands to get us about ½ an inch. And we're going to use our cookie cutter or our biscuit cutter and just cut them out. And I have a parchment papered cookie sheet. There we go. Just going to put a bit of flour on there because it's sticking. When you put them on the cookie sheet, don't put them too close because they do expand. About an inch apart. A bit more flour to stop us sticking. If you wanted to, at the beginning you could add raisins to it. About a cup will probably be enough for this many tea biscuits. Or you can add cranberries or anything like that if you want to. If you wanted to make savoury ones, put half of the sugar in, and then you can put garlic or cheese and chives and maybe an extra bit of salt and some pepper in there. Will give them a bit of a better flavour. And then there's always a tiny bit left at the end, and if anyone knows the kitchen at the BOAA, that's Terry's. Okay, so we'll pop those in the oven. The oven's at 375, they're going to take 8 to 10 minutes depending on your oven. They should rise up nicely and be brown, but a little bit firm. So in a few minutes we'll be back and we'll check those. Okay, so the 2 biscuits are out of the oven now, as you can see. They've got a nice brown colour to them. They've risen nicely and they're nice and soft. We're taking them off our baking sheet, just putting them on a rack to cool them down. Like so. And that's it. Hopefully you'll make some at home and enjoy them. Thanks for watching. Stay home and hopefully we'll see you soon.